Team, they tell me that the mission drives the gear, but as far as I can tell, this is used as a cop-out for telling you what not to use or what not to have. And while I appreciate that, as far as I can throw a stone, in my experience going to the field, deploying, going on a variety of operations, as well as just getting off into the woods by myself, camping, hanging out with rigs, scouting back when I was younger, that this mentality is wrong for two reasons, on two different levels, if you will. The first one is that every packing list that you can imagine all contains 95% of the same things, right? You need to be able to affect food, fire, water, shelter, first aid, navigation, communication, maintaining a core body temperature, self-defense. Just to name a few, right? I think that pretty much covers it though. And your packing list should be oriented towards getting after these things. And that's why I'm not a fan of, I hate to say I'm not a fan of the 10 C's, but I'm not a fan of it because I'm more of a fan of things that I have to do and the gear that I have being able to take care of it, if you will. However, every time I've gone out with this mindset that I need to have almost the exact same gear that I always take out. Now, it is true that if you're a part of a squad or a team and you had a special purpose in or for that mission, like maybe you're an EPW team, you may carry some additional items. It is true that if you're going out to conduct some reconnaissance, that you may want some additional items that you may not otherwise take. But by and large, your entire packing list is going to be the same no matter what you're doing. You see, the real crux of it is not so much that the mission drives the gear, but that your gear drives your mission. You see, if you get it twisted and you think I'm going to go conduct this mission, therefore I only need X, Y, and Z items to take care of that, well then you're going to be losing out on something. And you're going to be missing items that you should have ordinarily had. And then when Murphy comes knocking, because your best plan is only good up until the first contact, you're going to find yourself shit out of luck. Does that make sense? Or am I the one smoking crack? I don't know. I'm probably smoking crack too. Mission drives the gear, or gear drives the mission. You see, too many times we think that we're going to go conduct a particular mission. Maybe it is just a route recon. Maybe it is a security patrol. But once you get into that mission, something else happens and it forces you to react and to work through your drills to respond accordingly. So you're either going to be SOL because you forgot your stuff that you needed, or you're going to be able to drive through and push beyond that LOA and to be able to take care of the things that you need to. Right? Does that make sense? I don't know. Sometimes I think we get in a habit of throwing out cliche words and phrases, and it sounds good, and sometimes it sounds right. But it's only right for so long. And it's okay to question things, right? It's okay to question an approach. It's okay to question a checklist. It's okay to question an initiative. So long as you're doing these questionings with the intent of improving yourself in your own foxhole, right? Not to the point or purpose of degrading somebody else because of whatever it is. Everybody has their own niche, right? But if you're doing it to improve your foxhole, say, why is this the best way, or why is that the best way? And I take all of these things and I put them into my own kit bag to make myself better. Team, I'm looking forward to your thoughts and your comments on this down below. Maybe it was an experience that you had where you went out expecting to do A, B, and C, but X, Y, and Z happened, and that there was some risk that was assumed, and how well were you able to get through it, or, you know, just whatever thoughts that you got, team. I appreciate you guys. You stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked. I have a lot of moments that seem to define who I am, what I think my character is, things of this nature. You know, and I think we all do, as we develop and progress in our life, and we have highs and lows and ebbs and flows. You know, mountaintops and valleys. You know, I think we all do, but it's not something that I think we talk about enough. So here's one from my past. This is going back to probably my first, like, real honest to God defining moment or period of my life. I'm 13 years old, and I'm up in the Gila wilderness. Actually, you know, the backstory behind that is a year prior, when I was 12 years old, I was doing some camping up in the Gila wilderness, which is the oldest wilderness area in the United States. And absolutely beautiful and breathtaking, and doing some camping there. And there's the property owner has a small property, small ranch, and I said, hey, you know, I'd love to be able to come out here and work for you maybe next summer. And they said, yeah, you know, come on back up. And sure enough, I'm 13 years old, and I'm gone for the summer working on a ranch, a stranger's ranch. You know, it just happened to be something that we'd worked out. And so I'm living in this bunkhouse. It's me and one other cowpoke named John. I can't remember John's last name. I want to say he was from somewhere up in the northeast New York area. And for his entire life, man, he just wandered around working on different ranches as a ranch hand. And so I'm sitting here, and it's me and him in this little shotgun style ranch house, and that was something else. The hardest, at least up to that time, I don't know if that's the hardest I've ever worked, but it was certainly some extremely hard work that we did. But it was absolutely amazing and breathtaking. You know, we'd ride fence, you know, and ride out, you know, days on end, and then come back, and he'd cook up something. He loved to make apple pie. That was his dessert he loved to make. That was pretty awesome. But he taught me in that experience, and the experience taught me and ingrained something in me that to this day has lasted, and that's integrity. You know, being whole and right with yourself and with the world around you, and with things that are bigger than you. Living with a sense that no matter what happens, you have to do the right thing. You have to do the right thing. There is no other option. And I'm not saying that I haven't missed the mark. I have. I missed the mark in that period of time when I was 13 years old, you know, working on this ranch. And I've missed the mark multiple times throughout that, man. Life happens to all of us. And, you know, I think we need to be slow to judge, you know, when life is happening to those people who are around us. But regardless, it has said something, and it is great. It set me on a course that I'm still on today. So that's my defining moment for you. It's just a little backstory of, you know, a period of time when I was working on a ranch. Look forward to seeing your comments down below. Team, if you want to master your craft and develop your tactical virtue, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you can stay up to date on future content. Consider becoming a channel member. It's going to give you exclusive access to content not available to anybody else. I appreciate you guys. Until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.